Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 3 of the Infinitude series. I am Victor VTM returning from last series, but I'm not joined by Muzz this time. Sadly, he has to go, but I'm joined by Hyperia.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing?
So far, so good. That was an interesting game. Aye, V1CTORY just joining the lobby by accident. I don't know what's
But
gonna happen. I guess Envy has to sort it out. But anyways, last series was amazing. Ascension Kyrios nailing to reverse feed Trinitas Esports remix. In the early game, it looked like Trinitas was going to take it, but somehow they just nailed to, reverse feed. But yeah, this game we have Victory Esports against Disco Broccoli. Let's talk about predictions. Hyperia, who do you think will take it home?
I mean, this is kind of an unfair prediction because I know Victory Esports. I don't necessarily know Disco Broccoli. With their name being Disco Broccoli, I don't think they're really an established team necessarily, which have an org behind them. Still a great name. I absolutely love the name. I almost want to pick them just because of that name. But Victory Esports, I've seen them play and they're so great as well. But I just saw Tooth as well, who had that 3-time Season 1 SSL tourney winner title. So it's really hard to see it with titles. But I think I'm going to slightly give Victory Esports the edge. I mean, I think everybody's joining up, so no, we're gonna have to do a lobby remake. They did the little dance for long enough. Or not for long enough. Are we actually going to continue this? What is going on here? It seems like we are going to be continuing this. The players are fine with it. Now Messi up for a beat by Castelline. No, actually, Castelline just missed. Shot on target. Kind of saved out towards the outside by Teef. Shot on target there as well. Now Mr. Messi can reset from defense, take the ball up the side. 40 boost in attack means he can't really go for anything. Thermic recognizes that and goes for that. They are in attack. Victory Esports are putting a lot of pressure right now on Disco Broccoli.
A lot of pressure has been provided by Victory Esports, but as I speak, Mr. Messi going for a drop as well, saved by one of the defenders. But a lot of pressure has been kept up by Victory Esports, just playing out good placements, and oh my, Disco Broccoli already breaking out from that pressure. But so far it's just back and forth, both teams trying to learn how each other play, trying to find an opening in the defense. But yeah, it's so far pretty brilliant by both teams.
Yeah, we see pretty often with these kind of teams is that, or with some teams, that they kind of have a sponge effect where they continuously soak up the pressure until they can unleash it all on a counter-attack where an overcommit comes out. Now, I must say, I'm not sure whether Victory Esports are running with their main roster as well. I recognize Mr. Messi, I recognize Thermic. I don't necessarily recognize V1CTORY, but I've seen them only once before, so it could just be that this is their main roster and the other one was a substitute. But still, the back and forth is just going on now. Shot on target, angle by Mr. Messi! And this is what happens with goals out of absolutely nowhere.
Brilliant placement by Mr. Messi. What an angle that is! Just sniping the net. Just no one is at the defense by Disco Broccoli, which is really unfortunate. And just leaves Mr. Messi with an open net but a hard angle, but he somehow nails to score it either way.
Apparently Razor is indeed a sub. Now, second shot comes on target, so they don't necessarily need him, but if I remember correctly, Thermic was... oh no, Thermic is just in it. Razor, I do apologize. Razor was a phenomenal player in their team the one time that I did watch them. Now, Castelline goes underneath. Chicken's trying to follow it up, looking for team in his name as well, so probably not too happy with his team right now, I guess. V1CTORY, zero boost in attack, tries to get a reset, but with that zero boost, he won't be able to. Now, Tooth might be able to outspeed the defense here. He will be able to for now, but Mr. Messi is prepared for that one.
Hate pressured by Disco Broccoli, just trying to equalize the game, but as well, just Victory Esports with how aggressively they play won't let anything happen. Thermic with a fake tries to get it past the last two defenders. Will he do it? He does. Oh, what was that?
I feel like everybody was just missing. I was watching that like for a second. That was just complete bronze action going on both sides, and they managed to keep it within one goal, Disco Broccoli, but it was definitely not necessarily deserved. V1CTORY Esports had a massive opportunity. Great defending though by Disco Broccoli for now, but they need to be able to break out. And you see Chicken, he's obviously at the top of the scoreboard. That doesn't necessarily mean a lot. He's just in a lot of places at the same time. That could be a bad thing for their team. Now Demo comes out. That surely is going to be good. W1CTORY takes it incredibly slow, fakes the defender out because he takes it so slow.
Brilliant pass by Mr. Messi, just putting it straight to the middle, getting demoed in the process. But Fermic also getting a demo on one of the defenders, and W1CTORY just taking it slow, fakes out the last one and slots one in for V1CTORY Esports.
And the demo, he paid for it with his life, but with that also got a goal, so that's always a very worthwhile trade. Now can they do it again? It seems like Chicken will be able to take pretty easy control of this one. Now Tuve had his shot, but he instead of flipping into the ball, he decided to double jump. The pressure is still on though. Castelline, can he put that top pins? Almost got the double tap on. And Castelline rotating back, Lin Tuve do the work. Tuve not really getting the greatest touches. And Chicken off the bar, and he put a crack in it now. A great save by W1CTORY as well. And V1CTORY Esports, they're holding on to their 2-goal lead with dear life.
Brilliant play by W1CTORY, just getting that squishy save as quick as possible, sending that ball away from danger and just saves V1CTORY Esports and just saves the lead that they have. Brilliant play by both teams, of course. Shot on target by Disco Broccoli. But of course, it is V1CTORY Esports with the defense just keeping out of danger.
And the only thing that is the difference between these two teams now is that, well, both of them got a great defense, and as I say, that W1CTORY does miss, but it doesn't end up being a goal. But both of them have a great defense. One of them has a great offense to go with it. Currently, Disco Broccoli, they're not really managing to get through that great defense, whereas V1CTORY Esports, well, with 4 seconds left, they are going to take this first game, and Disco Broccoli are going to have to look back on their mistakes and see what they can improve.
This game has been close, so not bad of a plays by both teams. Even though V1CTORY Esports does end with the win, taking game 1 with 2 goals. Of course, this game has been really close. The defense by Disco Broccoli was good, but also bad at the same times. But V1CTORY Esports, their offense were very good. And the defense as well, W1CTORY getting that squishy save earlier on. That was brilliant. What do you think about this game?
Also, I just want to point out real quick that Tuve tried to type out a quick chat, but misspelt it. So now everybody knows he tried to type a quick chat and he doesn't actually have it. That is the most awkward moment in Rocket League. If you try and type a quick chat, but you type it wrong, so everybody knows. Anyway, of this game, it was indeed incredibly close. V1CTORY Esports was able to snipe out those mistakes from the Disco Broccoli defense a little bit better than on the opposing side, but V1CTORY Esports, they're playing up to the level that they definitely need to, because I looked at the other teams in this tourney as well, and it's a very, very tough competition.
It really is a very tough competition. We have players ranking from GC1 all the way up to Supersonic Legend, and it's just brilliant show by both teams right now. But as we move on to the second game, W1CTORY already with the early pressure of the kickoff, but Tuve is there with a block. Now Mr. Messi can't find a good block. Fermic is there saving him from the danger. Now W1CTORY with a flip reset. Will he take it? He gets it past one, can't get it past Castelline as Tuve now puts it down.
Chicken into Castelline. Castelline tries to go low with it, but that is blocked by the defense. Nonetheless, W1CTORY down the line. And even though he's a substitute, he's been stepping up massively. And that's probably why they put him in, because, well, the synergy might be a little bit off. because he's not your standard player, but he's still a phenomenal one at that. Now, can he beat Castelline to this ball as well? Off the backboard, what a speed on that man, actually. The individual talent is definitely there. Now, Chicken does beat, and Thermic with a phenomenal save off the line. Was now a demo Thermic? What can he do with it? Can he go into attack with this ball? 12 boost in the tank. Wazito has to step in and help him out a little bit. Misses this ball, but that actually allows Mr. Messi to try and center that, but the pressure is just going. Thermic backed up way too far. Now gets the ball just straight up past to him.
Plays by both teams already, but as I speak, Thermic! Brilliant positioning there as Wazito drops it down perfectly in front of him and lets him score one for the series. Toy just unfortunate.
I thought Toiv actually just missed it, but Wazito had a phenomenal second touch, and I already said it that he's playing absolutely out of his mind. Well, that just backs it up more. Thermic, I don't think he got a flip out off of that. It was 0 boost, so he tried the best that he could. Where's the entirety of Disco Broccoli? Where is somebody challenging that ball? Finally, Tuve goes in for that one. It does get it past Mr. Messi as well. Now Thermic with a shot once again. Where is the entire defense of Disco Broccoli?
Oh, unfortunate clear by Toy as well, just putting it straight in front of Mr. Messi, and Messi just putting it to Thermic, and Thermic just snipes the goal, finds it empty, and punishes them for an easy shot. That was brilliant, but now we move over to kickoff as Castelline now following it up, can't find a second touch as Wazito drops it down and blocks out Toy again as Chicken now puts it into the corner, but Thermic with a challenge. Now Mr. Messi already off for the shot, puts it a bit too high, or actually getting challenged by Castelline as Chicken now cutting in front of his own teammate. Thermic now grabbing the ball, passing it to Mr. Messi. Messi back down to Thermic. Thermic! Oh. Shot a bit too high by Wazito.
Oh my!
What a save by Chicken!
What was that save? I thought they were going to style on them a little bit. Now he doesn't get the save here. Mr. Messi finally forces it through. But I don't know what that save was. That was incredible. I think it was Chicken as well on that one. I'm not 100% either Chicken or Castelline. I saw a C in that name nonetheless. But I thought that was in. I thought they were just going for a third pass to just toy with him. I'm sure they weren't expecting that phenomenal save to come out as well. But still, a 3-goal lead and that phenomenal save just disregarded completely. And now another one might be happening. No, Castelline does make a great save once again for his team.
Brilliant play already by V1CTORY Esports, just toying around with Disco Broccoli at the moment as Thermic now already getting the double touch, can't find the block on Castelline as Toy now putting it to the corner. Castelline already on the ball, can't find a better shot than that as Thermic now drops it into the corner. Chicken getting bumped twice by the opponent Wazito. Now faking out, Toy just doesn't fall for it. Now Toy getting bumped out of the way by Mr. Messi on the ceiling as well as Chicken already sends it back into the middle. Wazito with a touch. Thermic can't find contact on the ball, but he goes for a pinch, but Toy is faster than him. Now Mr. Messi trying to get it past him, can't do so as Castelline can't find contact on the ball.
And what V1CTORY Esports is doing so incredibly well right now is having that monkey challenge. That is kind of what you need to do in threes. Just send someone forward. Now opportunity comes in. What's Castelline? How did you even get that angle? 4 boost in the tank, trying past that mid. Thermic comes in from behind, but what I was saying before was interrupted by that incredible shot, even though it was saved. So you kind of need to make sure that you have one player just booming himself at the ball as an opportunity. Great passing play, and can they actually make this into a game?
Brilliant shot by Toy. He sends it into Chicken. Chicken sends it back at him, and Toy with the finish, dead center on the net, scores one for Disco Broccoli. It looks like they're probably waking up now, but who knows? As V1CTORY is just still wide awake, going for a lot of monkey chasing. Just brilliant stuff by both teams.
One opportunity arising here though. Messi does get it out and will be able to go on the counter, but a minute it's tight. It's incredibly tight to be making the comeback, especially with the way V1CTORY Esports has been playing. Now double tap could be coming in. Tooth decides to back off out of it. Wazito 50 Great 50 as well, 6 boosts. So that's all he really needed to do. All V1CTORY Esports need to do is waste time, and taking it up in the air is the perfect thing for that. I was going to say, I'm sure we will be seeing a flip reset. Castelline will be able to shut that down. But now into the last 40 seconds we go. And if this goal goes in, oh my word, then it could be all over. Instead, they have the opportunity to go into the counter, but it's going to be tough for Disco Broccoli.
It really is tough as V1CTORY is still clinging on to that lead. We enter the last 30 seconds. A bump comes by V1CTORY, but no one from the blue side to follow that quick shot up as Fermic puts it to the corner. Toiv just sends it back into the blue half. Mr. Messi with a touch. V1CTORY with a shot. Saved by Chicken, but that was nowhere going in. 10 seconds left on the clock. Mr. Messi will put it in and extend the lead.
And that is going to be game number 2 going towards V1CTORY Esports as well. Obviously, you never really want to call it incredibly early on, but with 9 seconds left and 3 goals that they need to score. Well, I mean, you might be incredibly hopeful, but even then, I don't think it's going to be a realistic opportunity. And indeed, it will be closed out by V1CTORY Esports. But we've seen a reverse sweep before. Can we see it again by Disco Broccoli this time? With the way that V1CTORY Esports, and if they manage to continue this form, I don't think it's going to be happening. But Disco Broccoli, who knows?
That was an interesting game. V1CTORY Esports clinging on to the second game. Now moving over to match point for V1CTORY Esports. This is going to be interesting. Will it be the first sweep of the whole stream, or will it be another reverse sweep by Disco Broccoli? Who knows? Only time will tell. But of course, I would not be surprised if V1CTORY Esports grabbed that victory.
V1CTORY Esports, even though obviously I must assume you and me are hoping for at least 2 games coming out from Disco Broccoli right now, I have my doubts with the way they've been playing, with the way they've been rotating, and that may be because they're not necessarily a full set team. They haven't really been playing together as much. They're just trying to have a chance at this prize pool that gets put up. Well, you're going to be coming up against teams who've been playing together for a long time. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know why I've got this this idea, but I feel like V1CTORY Esports have been playing for about a year together, and I'm not sure where I know that from, as V1CTORY puts it into the crossbar. That's everyone's biggest friend at times, the crossbar, or your biggest enemy.
Indeed, it either can be both, but most of the time it is your enemy, as it just sends it away. Sends the ball away, sends you crying as well, because you might have done a very cool shot, a flip reset musty flick, but that crossbar is just in the way.
Oh, this is going to be center. Castellini follow that one up. V1CTORY misreads that completely. That ceiling is always a tough one. Mr. Messi was able to take on a counter though. I tries to airdrop it over, almost does so perfectly with Chicken. Great recognition that was indeed going wide, because otherwise I think it would have been in a near impossible position to save that. Mr. Messi executing nearly perfect. But also you need to actually get it on target if you want to score. Why is this pass?
Oh,
how did that even go backwards?
What a pause, Mr. Messi, and what a shot V1CTORY. That was insane. He just slowed it down.
Oh my word.
That is so insane. That is the best shot I've ever seen someone pull out, especially on stream.
Sometimes I do that in ranked, because the most beautiful goals that I score are in my own net, and they're incredible redirects, I must tell you. But that was phenomenal. That was absolutely amazing. I was looking at that. I don't know how he even managed to get that. Normally, you watch the play and you kind of see how he set it up and everything like that. That just came out of absolutely nowhere. But that is only the first goal. It is an incredible one, but still, it counts the same nonetheless. No matter how you score the goal, it is a goal nonetheless. They'll drop back mid. And if they can score a doo-doo goal, it is, as I just said, still 1-2, has a shot, but that is phenomenally wide. Castelline only gets the block, but I think he couldn't really ask for much with how early he was up for that one.
Indeed, he was very early up on that ball. Could only find a block, as he didn't expect a... Oh no, Castelline! No! That aerial to potentially save that rebound ends up in terrifying, just puts it in his own net. That is so sad.
But not even only Castelline. Tuve just went off the wall in midfield to challenge Chicken going off of the backboard. Castelline will be missing this one, but also Tuve, what were you doing, mate? Why did you decide to challenge your own teammate? Must have been colorblind for a hot second. I'll just let him put his chroma classes back on. Chicken might have actually gotten a reset off of that one. I don't think so. He might have recognized that himself. Obviously, all these players are a lot better than me. And Thermic tries to rip a hook shot, just a little bit too weak. Castellan, good positioning, but it is still Disco Broccoli. 2 games at a disadvantage, but also 2 goals down now. It's going to be incredibly tough, and they need to pull something out of anywhere out of their body.
Indeed, it's a 2-0 lead. Oh, nearly made it 3-0, but it's still 2 minutes left on the clock. That is enough to score, to equalize. But who knows? Only time will tell as the players will show it to us. Great pressure by both teams, not leaving any space for each other, not even an inch of, air to breathe. But it's so exciting nonetheless to see how the teams react to each other.
And apart from that first game, it was kind of V1CTORY Esports who just ran away with this one after that one, a 4-1 scoreline. Well, now with 1 minute 40 seconds left, they are up 2-0. Actually, if it stays the scoreline, I'm still a man who calls that kind of close, or close nonetheless, when our Thermic gets an opportunity, and he's always scary in that position. Chicken barely gets the touch, and that is, well, a save that doesn't get credited to him, but I think it was because it was Ito, or I don't know who it was anymore, was up for that one. And I think with the way V1CTORY Esports have been playing, that they're going to be scoring those. Messi has a very awkward aerial too. Doesn't really have a great shot. Now Castelline follows that one up with a bad clear out by himself. That was Ito, the substitute, does it with 3-0, and that might be the nil into the said coffin.
Out of position as V1CTORY just grabs it, as Torf now puts in the chat, thanks for the $50 on PayPal, Thermic. Oh whoops, wrong chat.
I was actually looking at that one. I thought I somehow thought it was blue team typing, aka V1CTORY Esports, but it was too. You love to see it. They've lost and they're out as well, but it's still they've got great humor going, just messing about a little bit. Always acting as if that loss was deliberate. That's the mentality you gotta have. You don't take losses, you take learning experiences, or you just throw I buy power 2014 style CS:GO. Big up anyone who remembers that. That was a massive scandal. And that's with 30 seconds left. I think it would be a scandal if Disco Broccoli somehow managed to get this one back as well.
Indeed, it would have been the biggest scandal in Slipstream history, possibly. But it's going to be very interesting to see how they keep up. 10 seconds left on the clock. 3-0. What will happen? It looks like we will be seeing our first ever sweep on stream. It will go down last second. The ball drops, and V1CTORY Esports successfully took the victory.
And now with that, if we the bracket literally updated as soon as I updated the site, or as soon as I opened the site. It will be V1CTORY Esports up against Sleeping in the next one. Fortunately, we will not be watching that one. We will be watching the one that's lower up in the bracket. It's Handicapped, great name, and versus at Vinta Esports. I'm curious to see in what way they are handicapped, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one.
Indeed, and that has been me, V1CTORY, together with Hypheria. We're gonna take a little short break. That was a quick series, but nonetheless, don't go anywhere. Go fill up your popcorn, grab some soda, because things will only get more interesting as we head on to the semifinals.